And now, a special message from Rictor.
In the 1 week's time that Bob Strain's After Hours interview has been live, some in the Bigfoot community have shared their opinions on Bob Strain's pro-kill position on getting a Sasquatch specimen. On Facebook, some have said, "Leave Bigfoot alone. I believe they were put here for a reason." Others have been insulting and said, "Isn't that what humans do best, you piece of shit? Kill anything?" On Twitter, some tweets have been humorous, like, "At least give Bigfoot a gun and make it fair." And, "There are other ways to study it besides killing it. I don't think that guy could find Bigfoot anyway." Here's the argument, folks. A body for scientific study will help protect the species from further killings. Period. The late anthropologist Grover Krantz once said, "In order to attain protection for the Sasquatch, we have to prove they exist. And the only way we can do that is by bringing in a body. The first one who bags one should get a big, big prize. The second one should be hanged." Bigfoot is not your forest friend. He is not your spiritual guide. He doesn't watch TV with you. It, if real, is a part of our living universe. It requires food, water, and shelter, telepathy, interdimensional doorways, portals, orbs, cloaking, zapping, and Lord knows what else that has yet to be attached to this creature are all distractions from what really is important. Its habitat is being destroyed. An estimated 18 million acres of forest, which is roughly the size of the country of Panama, are lost each year. Its environment is fragmented in the state of Oregon due to clear cutting. And then you silly woo-woo people are more worried about a single Sasquatch being shot than having an opportunity to protect its entire species. Where's the logic in that? If Bigfoot is your friend, or you have a habituation situation, then get its DNA. Find us a skeleton that has yet to be polluted or compromised by human contamination. Then have a respectable scientist examine the evidence. Scientific awareness of this rare hominid will give it a sustainable future, like the California condor. There can be hope. Enjoy part 2 of Bob Strain on After Hours with Rictor.
Bigfoot is your friend. Don't shoot the Bigfoot.
Welcome to After Hours. My name is Rictor. I am your host.
Rictor!
What?
Leave him alone!
This shit is real.
Now we got Rictor going. We're going to have to hear about it all night.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of screaming memes out there, and that's the scoop that has been reported so far.
Thanks for dropping me like a stud.
I'm not interested in believing in something. Either it's real or it's not.
By your opinion that you are no-kill, you are dooming the species to be extinct.
They are what they are. It doesn't matter what we call them. Let's remove ourselves from them a little bit. And I think that's something that the Bigfoot community can actually learn a little bit from.
I actually am trying to push the envelope of science here.
When are we going to make a video, Rictor? And I mean not an X-rated one.
Dr. Todd, you've also been called the scoff dick.
Yeah, well,
have these creatures stood against a backdrop of trees, I probably never would have seen them.
You can't talk about
I can!
So you guys are going to bag a Bigfoot and get us a body.
We're giving it our best efforts.
we thought that we had the holy grail of DNA.
Our hero, Bob Gimlin's with us.
Hello, is this thing on? Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Hey, Rictor, I've got a question for you. How does it feel to lose Bigfoot bounty?
My question is, why do you think Bigfoot is real?
Rictor does put a lot of effort into his costuming, doesn't he?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
by effort, if you mean bending over and picking up whatever's on the floor.
My.
Well, in my opinion, After Hours with Rictor is the #1 Bigfoot webcast.
What's your name again?
Don't piss Rictor off.
We don't want people going out and hunting them. We want one specimen being taken and proven, and then that's it. Well, they are still an animal, yes.
Are they a people,
absolutely.
or do you think they're more ape?
Oh, they are definitely more ape. No people that I have ever known, heard of, seen get to be this big, this massive, this agile, this powerful.
Mm-hmm.
If they were a people and they had the abilities that they had, we would all be dead and they would be running the country. No, they're an animal, and they're shy and they're elusive, and that's how they have been able to. Well, they haven't avoided detection. There have been plenty of people that have seen them. It's just that I think humans are pretty arrogant to think that we're at the top of the food chain, and we're not. Thank God that they don't have a thirst for human blood. That is, it's.
I think
obvious.
David Pilatus might have a different opinion on that. Missing 411.
Yeah, well, I think just like in every society or group of any type of creatures, they have individual personalities, and certainly there are those that are more cranky and more aggressive than others, and I think something like that is entirely possible. I mean, the Native Americans used to call them cannibals. Some of them, but they also said that some of them gave them different names for the different personalities. Like, okay, this one's okay, but that one's not okay. You need to stay away from that one. Mm-hmm. So they probably do have different personalities like that. But the resources that they have there are so vast. I think that they don't really feel the pressure, the need to do something, to us, and to get the sense that we're trying to hunt them and kill them. I think that, shooting doesn't seem to bother them. We fire guns, and the landowners have been up there for many years, firing weapons all the time, and it doesn't really seem to bother them. One was shot 4 years ago, and it's probably, in all probability, the cinnamon one that I saw up on the hillside. It's just they're extremely massive and muscular, and probably really thick skin, and it probably didn't injure him quite as much as we think it might have. So they're apprehensive of us. I think they're very wary of us, and we have strange things. We have machines that we get inside, and they're curious. Now, they don't have HBO, they don't have Cinemax, they cable TV. They have us, and so I think they're very curious about us. But of course, they're very wary as well, and I think that they enjoy watching us and seeing us. And if they wanted to kill us, and if they wanted to get rid of us, then I wouldn't be here talking to you. What the future holds, I don't know. They may evolve or get to the point to where they are just tired of it anymore. But I think that they have a sense of their own place too, like all animals. Even a hawk won't try to take out a mule, because they know that the mule is going to kick the crap out of them. And they have a sense of self-preservation as well. And if they're not forced to, and if they're not desperate, and these animals are not desperate by any means, then I don't think that they'll necessarily go that route.
Now, I know our viewers are going to be asking, where are the photos? Where's the proof? Are you using trail cams? What about infrared? Things of that nature. So what's up with that?
Yeah, well, I get asked that question a lot when I tell the story about this, and where are the photos? Oh, sure, yeah, you got so close. Oh, and I didn't finish the story about my sighting. I look down in the little gully, and I see the two logs, and the next morning, guess what? Those two logs are gone. So I almost passed out when I came to the realization that those logs were the two Bigfoot. They were the two wood apes. They laid there. They let me walk right up on them. They might have even let me step on them. I don't know. That's how sneaky they are. That's how how much self-control that they have, and it's probably a hunting technique and a self-preservation technique. So I mean, you could walk right by them. I mean, we walked right by them many times. We were within 10, 15 feet of them several times. We went by there, and they were right there, and we didn't know it. And they just maintained being quiet and still. And I mean, for all I know, there could be one, just up in the hills here, being quiet, watching us.
Okay, that's freaking scary.
Okay, well, so you were so close to these creatures, and you must, if you'd had a camera, you would have gotten a photo. Well, number one, a photo is not going to convince anybody. We have film in broad daylight that's 50 years old that has still convinced very few people. Maybe Bigfoot believers, but nobody else. Science won't accept it. What is a camera? What is a photograph going to do? Now, these sighting windows are so short that you can only mess with one thing. Right now, Rictor is holding a camera, and it's taking two hands to do this. Well, guess what? It takes two hands to hold a rifle as well. I only have two hands. If I was like Methuselah or somebody like with all these arms, I'd be doing all that shit and then holding a beer in one hand. But I don't. I only have two hands, and I prefer to carry a weapon in it. So that's why we'll GoPro on your head. Well. Okay,
GoPro
have you ever?
Only lasts a couple hours.
Yeah,
right?
yes, exactly. What a pain! I'm there for 2 weeks, and how many batteries, and how much time does that take out of the field? And so I show you two black streaks run up the hill. Is that going to prove it to science? I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Right.
I'm trying to prove it to science. And so, as far as camera traps go, we've gone round and round with these camera traps. That was what the Forest Vigil operation was all about. We put $50,000 worth of game cameras up there, and they all had infrared, and we had some that were just time delay and just during the daytime, and no infrared at night or anything like that. And we got zip. We got lots of pictures of lots of other things, and it's a huge investment of time, resources, money, and have nothing to show for it. And we have kind of, just through trial and error, we came to some conclusions that these apes are avoiding the cameras. And why are they avoiding the cameras? Well, I sent a game camera Connex 600 to the or 500 to an audiologist, for University of Virginia Commonwealth, who is a PhD in audiology, and I had the game cameras tested for infrasound or ultrasound, and he could detect no sound at all. Okay, so if it's not sound, then it's probably not smell, it's not taste, and there are only so many senses. And maybe sight. I mean, these things are camouflaged, they're well hidden, but they use infrared light. And I say, well, you don't emit infrared except when it takes a photo. Well, they do emit infrared. It's a passive infrared, but they also shoot out the flash to self-focus, on a regular basis, depending on the model, is how often they flash to focus. And and if you've ever been looked at a game camera at night through night vision goggles and see when it goes off, it looks like a brake light on a car. So it's visible to us with our naked eye. We also put up security cameras that emit infrared light, and you can, with your naked eye, humans can see the red infrared light. So, and we've had game cameras that we know a Bigfoot walked right in front of, and we knew that we thought we had it. We got it. You walked right in front of it, and we checked the game camera. Batteries are dead. So we put fresh batteries in it. No more Bigfoot around that. If you want to get a good night's sleep, you put up a game camera on the outside of your tent, and they will stay away. And that's what we determined. So now what are we left with? Right? A picture's not going to do it. Game cameras aren't going to do it. Capturing one, good luck. Okay? You want to be humane as well. So, I'm sorry, it's a tried and true and scientifically accepted method is to shoot one, to kill one. I mean, guess what? There are thousands of birds, insects killed every year, and that are in drawers in the Smithsonian and in every university in the world, and nobody complains about that. I mean, that's scientifically,
Bigfoot's our forest friends.
Yeah, bullshit. They're not your forest friends. If they wanted to take you out, they could. They're not your friends. They're not human. You can't anthropomorphize an animal. They're not your friends. They're an ape. So what are we left with? Either you can just feel friendly with them and go out and feed them apples or candy bars that may poison them and give them diabetes. Hell, just put some cigarettes out there, and just get them hooked. What the hell are you doing? Just be humane about it, and you take one specimen and you prove it to science, and then you can go about the task of conserving the area. The United States of America is losing 6,000 acres per day of open space, and that's on a government website, and that is probably more than that. Their habitat is being fragmented. It's being clear-cut. Hardwood forests are being clear-cut and replanted with pine trees. They're changing entire ecosystems. They are choking down these creatures, and we can either give up on them and we can forget about them, or we can go about the task of being the bad guy and trying to kill one. We're probably risking our lives going out there, and it upsets me a little bit. Say, oh, well, yeah, you just kill one. All right, well, you want to help? You want to help Bigfoot? Yeah, I want to help. Well, what are you doing to help? Oh, I give him an apple. How the hell does that help anybody? Please, he doesn't need your apple. He needs your assistance in surviving and maintaining his habitat. So if you just continue on this, I talked to Bigfoot and I pet him on the head. Well, if you talk to Bigfoot in your head, then just talk him into getting a haircut and give him some damn hair. It's just anything. Draw some blood, a swab inside the cheek. Here, put this. It's a lollipop. Oh, now give it back. And you photograph them doing it, and you can maybe prove the species that way. Maybe, I don't know. But, don't come to me with your ulteriors, oh, boo-hoo, when you're offering nothing in return.
Put down the bong and prove us wrong.
Boom.
Okay, did you ever feel threatened or in danger when you're out staking out your Area X and trying to spot them and get them within range? And the other part of my question is, which is one of my favorite topics, what kind of weapons are you using?
Well, in danger, adrenaline is a powerful thing.
Start walking back.
Yeah. Adrenaline is a powerful it is very powerful thing. And so, in danger of, I've been growled at, and it's a little unsettling being growled at when you're walking into an area. I've been stalked, and that was a little unsettling. So, I guess there are times that I've been a little more nervous than others.
Aren't you more nervous about the animals and the insects? You were telling me this morning about you would never lie down on the ground and pretend you're dead.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, no.
There's bugs there and snakes and...
Yeah, tell us about that.
Everything wants to kill you?
Everything in Oklahoma, in the eastern part of Oklahoma, anything wants to kill you. Several varieties of venomous snakes, spiders, ticks, all kinds of creatures. We saw a mountain lion, there's bobcats, there's all kinds of, a million ticks, and you could get Lyme disease.
So you're saying it's not a human-friendly area?
No, absolutely not.
Up in the Ouachita Mountains?
No, absolutely not.
But maybe for an animal it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's suited for that environment.
Yeah, it's definitely. And if it keeps humans away, then I think that they probably like that because, there's no humans there. So,
right.
Well, the weapons.
Yes, the guns. I
Yeah.
want to hear about the guns.
Okay.
What are you going to bag a Bigfoot with?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I carry when I'm out there is I carry a 458 Win Mag safari rifle, and it's an African safari grade, and it's what's used to take down rhinos, elephants, and I'm not planning on doing that, but it's well suited for a very large creature.
That's over 800 pounds.
Yes, absolutely.
With solid muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. I also carry at times a 45-70 with buffalo bore, Magnum rounds. I carry a 480 caliber revolver, Magnum, 44 Magnum, 45 automatic, sometimes 357. Kathy carries 357, sometimes 2. We have various rifles, 12 gauge, loaded with slugs. We have 30-06 that we occasionally use. It's sort of like if you can imagine a golfer has a golf bag, with various clubs, and so the right tool for the right situation. But my go-to weapon is my 458 Win Mag.
To borrow one of Rictor's phrases, I think I just peed a little.
Some people are going to say that that's kind of overkill, don't you think, with all those weapons?
Well, nobody's been overkilled yet. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that obtaining a specimen for science is not, it's our primary goal. It's not our only goal. We want to conserve the species, but we also are documenting behavioral aspects of the species as well. We've been through 4 years. The Ouachita monograph is available on our website. It's 239-page scientific paper that just documents. It's free. I mean, there are organizations that would publish this in a book and charge for it, and this is free. We're a non-profit organization. We do accept donations, but it's primarily funded by members' dues, and we pay our own way for everything. But we are trying to document behavioral aspects, rock throwing, wood knocking, tree breaking, all of this to better help understand the species. So we don't just go in there with just guns, and we're not bloodthirsty rednecks. We try and take a scientific approach, and we don't shoot it at movement in the dark. We will definitely do not take a shot unless we have positively identified what our target is, and if we haven't positively identified, we will pass on a shot on something that we feel pretty sure is a wood ape. But if we can't be positive sure, we will not take the shot. We don't want to harm any other animal, and God forbid, we certainly don't want to hurt another human, some member of the public that just happens to be stupid and walk through the area, or a member of our own group. So we're trying to be as responsible as we can. There are members of the group include, scientists, teachers, we have medical professionals, many medical professionals. We have archaeologists. My wife is a scientist, professional archaeologist. So, we're not just a group that goes out in the woods and we will play hunter.
I want to shoot Bigfoot. Yeah. All right,
No.
Tim.
What are the possible legal ramifications of killing a Bigfoot in Oklahoma? Are there any? Have you had any flack from any of the authorities? Do they know what you're doing?
Well, unfortunately, we have a lot of detractors and people that try and sabotage what we're doing, either skeptics. And let me ask you, why would a skeptic want to sabotage what we're doing? What the hell do they care? Anything.
Really?
The forest lover friends, oh no, what's wrong? Well, they're not doing anything to help.
To protect them at all.
To protect them, not at all.
In fact, they're making it worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we have been turned in to state wildlife professionals, and number one, the animal is non-existent. I mean, it doesn't exist to science. So it is absolutely nothing. Now, the response from the Fish and Game people is that not only could we, anybody for that matter, bag a Bigfoot, but we can bag as many of them as we want because they're not classified. We don't want people going out and hunting them. We want one specimen being taken and proven, and then that's it. And then we will fight to protect them with every ounce of our being.
Welcome to Oklahoma.
All right, so go ahead and tell our audience, Bob, how they can find out more information about the North American wood ape.
Well, you can go to our website, NAWAC's website, woodape.org. You can read, we have sighting reports, we have the Ouachita monograph there, we have historic articles and all types of articles regarding the wood ape at woodape.org, or you can find us on Facebook, the North American Wood Ape Conservancy.
Awesome. You happy?
You rock. This shit is real.
That's a new line. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're saying that Bigfoot is partially from an angel and partially from a Neanderthal and partially from a human. Why is anyone even listening to that? It's not really helping the field.
And it's closer now, and it's fucking big.
I jumped in this car like I was a little girl.
See, I'm scared. See, I'm not going out there.
Dude, that's a f***ing squatch.
Hot damn, I get to shoot something.
This could be anything. Let's go get it.
10, 9, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh my God.
Open for some action tonight.
I'm recording.